To enter public transit, I usually have um that form of discrimination because some of the drivers will be thinking that I don't have the money to pay.
Driver is looking at someone with a disability and trying to discriminate, we all need to call him to order. Because
Emeka,
if we don't call him to order, we
Emeka,
are participating in the
Emeka,
discrimination. Because
Emeka,
silence is no excuse. Silence makes you complicit. So it's very important that we understand what Bolu is trying to say and that we are all joining in and becoming conscious of the fact that, yep, in our public transport system, there is a lot of discrimination, and the bus drivers and the bus conductors and all of that could be very verbal about the discrimination.
that's never even the bus drivers. It's the passengers themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
The bus driver and the passengers can play a part in this, in discriminating. Imagine you sit down and the person beside you is like pushing you away for you not to make contact with them, and there's no way you would be in a public transit that such will happen. Or even getting down from the vehicle because he came in. We talk about relationship and person with disability. Even when the other person is in agreement, those around us still play the part in ableism because they start telling people things that, oh, are you sure that this guy you pick, are you sure that this person is enough for you? Are you sure that? And stuff like that, start planting mindset that shouldn't be in the other person.
But every human being has a right to love. Every human being has a right to choose their partner. So when someone chooses, support them, even as a parent. Even as a parent, we cannot afford to be going against our children's wishes.
We need to look out for those who are on the downside of life, those who don't have the capacity as we normal people do. Yes, we are trying our little bit.
Remember,
I know, like,
remember
yes,
that you said
yes.
as we normal people do. And this is a clear case of ableism again, because you do not recognize the fact that there are other people that could be normal in their own way. So being normal is something that we're talking about here. Ableism is about the society at large, thinking that because they don't have any physical or mental disability that is visible, that they are the normal. Get it now? So
Yes, I do.
saying normal in this case and referring to other people is another form of ableism. And this is why we're trying to create this awareness so that people understand that innocently, a lot of us are ableist. And the idea of creating knowledge, awareness about this is going to help us not to think that we are the normal people and people living with disabilities are abnormal and they need to be permitted to join us. No, they have a right to be part of the bigger society. They have a right to be accepted in the society as normal. Yes, they may be lacking in one thing or another, but the idea is that whatever they're lacking, God in his infinite wisdom makes up for that in another way. When you say that someone is not normal, you fall into the ableists category where you think that they are abnormal and they need to be fixed.
What I'm saying is that we shouldn't pay attention to the language because actions speak louder than words. So what we should do is take action on making things better.
Okay. Very good,
for
Owen. I agree with you
for
that
them and
language
for
may
all
not
of
be
us
important.
in general.
Okay, Owen, I agree with you that language may not be very important, but words are very powerful. And the reason why we're talking ableism today is because words are the main reason why families do not even understand that they are being ableist and discriminating against their own. So words, when it's being petty, so I can understand when you say don't use blind, use visually impaired. That is being petty because the person is blind. And that's the English language definition for blind. But there is no excuse for anyone to say that someone living with a disability is not normal. Why? Because when you in English language say they are not normal, what you're saying is that they are abnormal and they need to be fixed. We need to understand their special needs and their disability and provide for them according to that.